Hey everyone, it's Laura with Pampered Chef. We're making garlic steak bites with mashed cauliflower. So I'm going to show you a couple of tips that you can take something pretty normal and zazz it up. That's my new word, zazz. So what I've got here is already a batch of our garlic steak bites. Okay, so this is our insulated bowl. You guys, I use this almost every meal because it keeps stuff warm for a long time. Okay, so I'm going to show you we've got the cauliflower and it's all done. So I'm going to show you right now, this is on a natural release. That means that it is naturally coming down from pressure, okay? This is our pressure cooker. Now when I push this, you see the steam, that is called a manual release. So what I like is this is nowhere near that, okay? So my cabinets get clean too. All right, so while that's doing its thing, we're going to come over here and get turn our fire back on, okay? We want a super hot, I could get a hot pad holder, but why would I want to do that? That would be smart. Anyway, so we want a super hot skillet for our steak. Now, a lot of people will ask me, well, why do I want cast iron? Why do I want nonstick? Okay, when you're cooking something like a steak or any meat, you want a nice crust on it. So you want to remove these for about 20 to 30 minutes before you take them out of the fridge and get them to as close to room temperature. Now what we're going to do is we're going to cut against the grain on these, okay? And we're going to, we want a nice crust. That crust is going to seal in juices, but it's just a ton of flavor, you guys, okay? So we're going to take this, and what's great about this is you can do this as an appetizer, you can do this as a meal. So we're going to simply, I've cut it into cubes, okay? And we're going to add them to the rest of the bowl, okay? So now that I've done that, I'm gonna throw this in the sink. And we want, our skillet is already smoking, okay? So it means it's nice and hot. We're gonna add a little bit of oil. And we're going to throw some more seasoning on this, okay? Now, something to consider, I don't know where you live, guys, but here in Colorado, the flies this year are absolutely insane. I am a super, super clean person, but this is driving me crazy. Okay, so we're gonna take some salt. Now, this is important because, and then whatever salt you wanna use, but salt you wanna use throughout the cooking process. Don't just put it at the end, okay? So we're gonna add that. Now I'm gonna add some 3 onion rub. Again, you guys probably see me use that almost every dish, okay? All right, I feel like I'm going crazy with these flies, all right? So, here we have our steak bites. Now, we're gonna go over to the skillet. Now here's the deal, guys. We're not gonna add all that. In order to get that nice sear and crust, you cannot overcrowd your pan. It will end up steaming the steak versus searing, and it completely changes your texture. So you don't want to do that. Yes, it will take a little bit longer, but it is worth it, okay? So now, while that's cooking, we're going to go right back here, and I'm going to take, this is thyme, and this is rosemary. So I'm going to add some thyme and rosemary to the skillet. Okay, nothing real fancy. And now we're going to take our garlic butter. So just butter, room temperature, and we're going to press some garlic into it, just like that. And then I'm going to actually add some chopped up thyme and rosemary. Now, why did I not add the butter to the skillet? Because butter can scorch. And so if you add the butter to a hot skillet like that, you're actually going to change the flavor, which isn't a bad thing, but you can burn butter. Oil, you can burn too, but I have a higher heat oil in there, okay? So I'm going to put this in the microwave for just a few seconds, okay? So 15. Now over here, our quick cooker is stopped talking. So we'll open it up, and now our cauliflower, I can mash that. Now the key to good mashed cauliflower is to use cream cheese. The reason why is because milk, like for mashed potatoes soak up that liquid. Well, cauliflower has natural liquid in it. So we want to use something that is creamier. Okay? So here's our butter. Okay? We don't need it all the way melted. It's melted enough. So lots of garlic in there. And I'm going to add in some sprigs of rosemary and thyme. Don't we all need some more thyme? Okay. So now, I'm going to put this, I'm going to pour this just right over this. Now, as I add to the pan, I'll add more of this, okay? So, that's it. This and our cauliflower is all we're going to have tonight. Super easy and super, super yummy. So what are you having for dinner tonight? Remember also that it really is helpful if you like the videos and share them, especially if you found a tip that maybe you'd like to share with somebody. All right, you guys have a great night. Thanks.